a good stand-up game. I wanted to treat it kind of like the Marcus Aurelio fight where I was on the feet the whole time. Like I said, I fought some of the best in the lightweight division, some of the best submission MMA fighters. You know what I mean? And Diaz, Aurelio, Dean Thomas, you know, guys like that that can submit you from anywhere. And Mac Danzig, you know. But he comes straight forward. I wanted to stay outside of his lead weight. And, I can't wait to watch it. We were just throwing punches, it seemed like, the whole time.
It's exciting to watch.
When you watch it, do you kind of cringe when you see yourself getting hit?
No. Stitches, I don't like stitches. Needles, blood. I was watching the other fights, I don't like blood, man. But no, the fight's exciting. I'm probably feeling going to jump to the roof when I see it. I looked between rounds. I saw myself get dropped on my butt. That kind of threw me for a loop. I think I don't know how. I think I got back up pretty quick, or did he jump on top?
You were right up.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad did you ever feel like you were on the verge of being, you know, like this is pretty close. I gotta make something happen.
But I knew I had to press the pace in the third, and I think I landed some good, you know, ground and pound that might have, you know, got me the decision. But blood damage, man, looks a lot better. You know, I was standing there, looked like Antonio Banderas in a Desperado, blood across my whole body. So it doesn't help. We had smiles on our face, man. That's all that matters.
Do you think there was anything to the fact Diego is a big name fighter who's been promoted heavily by the UFC, and you know, maybe he's more known to the judges and they might have scored the fight because, you know, he's more known to them than you?
That stuff, we talk about it every day in camp. Don't leave it in the judges' hands. You know, that's a tough one, man. You know, I think they like it because he's the original Ultimate Fighter, but he has a lot of fans because he's kind of the, you know, the bad boy with the, you know, the tough look on him, and people like the floppy hair and the grin on my face too. And when I get nasty, I get mean out there, I turn a switch on, and it's showtime. So, you know, I think the judges did a pretty good job. I think the first round was 10-8. That one, I don't know, maybe could have been a little closer.
How about the hair that came up again? Was it a factor?
Doesn't bother me. Like I said, the blood sticks to it, so that, you know, added effect.
Rogan actually said on the broadcast that it would help Diego when he was on his back and he was grabbing your head, that it would make it easier for him to do things.
You know what? I think in submissions, jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, it's actually harder. I think it's easier to grab onto someone with shorter hair because there's nothing with the hair, kind of a little bit of movement, you know, the hand can, you know, slip off. So.
Was there any point as far as you know, any time like when he was going through the commercial or anything that you felt you were in trouble, or did you not feel threatened
going
by
through
them?
the commercial, you said?
Kimura's like, you know, like
Kimura.
in like third round.
I felt fine.
Yeah.
I felt fine. They might have judged that a little bit, but you know, he tried a submission. They got to score points. And you know, it depends. Sometimes people, you know, they judge for a submission. Sometimes they judge for a submission defense. So it was late in the fight.
How effective were those elbows from his back?
He was throwing some good ones. Those things never feel good. I don't care how hard of a head you got. But I think I was coming over the top with pointy elbows as well. And he's a tough dude, like I said. He did a lot off of his back. And I think his wrestling still is, he's not a Midwest wrestler. You can tell there's something about us. It's just nonstop. You know, we know how to stop takedown, stuff like that. He picked me up. You know, you got to give him credit for that. You know, it hasn't happened since last week in practice.
What do you attribute your conditioning to? I mean, is there anything special that you do, or something that you're lucky with, or?
My old man makes me do chores at the house. Hard work. No, man, it's if you're getting tired in there, you got to find something else to do. If you can't go for 15 or 25 minutes, you're in the wrong line of work. This is a hobby. I love this. You know. I didn't feel tired in the fight. Did I look tired? Felt awesome. Could have went 2 more rounds, 3 more rounds, whatever. But I mean, I'm having too much fun out there to get tired.
You said you looked up and you saw the kick on the replay. Do you usually look up at the replays, and what goes through your head when you're sitting there in between rounds and you see yourself take a shot like that?
You know, if you always notice, a lot of people, you know, a lot of fighters, they leave their mouth guard in. To me, that's like, maybe they're thinking of something else, or they panic immediately. I'd walk out, take my hands up or whatever, pull the mouth guard out, go over to my corner and just relax. And, I knew I got my bell wrong. I had to see what it was. And I knew I had to do something in the second round or whatever to get that round back.
What did your corner say to you after the first round?
They told me I lost, but it wasn't like a terrible loss. Evidently, 10-8. I don't think I've ever been 10-8 in my life. But it's
Just one judge had a 10-8.
Yeah.
The other two had 10-9.
Okay. No, they told me, sense of urgency, don't get overwhelmed in there, but we got to win these next 2 rounds. And you have to drop in or something like that,
He went back to the head kick a few times, and you defended it.
Yep.
Is that something you think that
Yeah, we had worked on it in practice because he doesn't really put it behind anything. I saw from the Joe Stevenson fight, he leads with it, and I shot. Did I shoot right into his kick, or did he catch me with it? Like I said, I got to see the fight again, but I wanted to catch it and take him down, establish ground and pound. But it was something we kind of worked on, catch that kick, a couple times around.
How quickly do you want to fight again?
How quickly? Once this thing heals, I'm ready, man.
How many stitches?
Doc lost count. I don't think there was too many, but I asked him. He's like, I don't know. I wasn't really counting. I've been cut since I was 18. Graduated high school. It sucks.
Any thoughts on prospective new opponents?
Whoever wants to get beat up. I got a lot of aggression. The dude has a lot of aggression that needs to be taken out.
Where you go into the next fight with a different mindset?
I'm always, like I said, Roger kind of, that fight really taught me to find that line between reckless and relentless and reckless and patience, and we found it. Just got to stick to it, You can never let up in there. We went after each other, man. Like, you can see, like we didn't like each other, but I got no hard feelings against anybody. That's what people want to see, People want to see awesome fights like that. But yeah, I still believe that I'm the top fighter in the lightweight division. It's not cocky, it's confident, There's a line between that as well. I want to wear that strap one of these days. We're just going to be back to the old drawing board again, as they say.
It's summer and it's pool season, so get yourself in shape, and I don't want you to settle for some soft workout. Go all out with a comprehensive circuit training over at Tap Out Training Center. Everyone is working mixed martial arts into their routine, kids, moms, couch potatoes, and so should you. It's the Tap Out Training Center, the world's first mad laboratory capable of turning out previously unimaginable innovations into MMA products and training techniques. The Tap Out Training Center is not a gym for the pros. It's a way to get folks like you and me back into shape, or in even better shape. Check it out online, tapoutlasvegas.com. That's tapoutlasvegas.com. Or visit the Tap Out Training Center at 4040 West Hacienda. That's Hacienda just west of Valley View. The Tap Out Training Center. Let's go!
This is Punkcast from Tap Out. Come check out the brand new Tap Out Training Center.
Make sure you hit the Tap Out Training Center's apparel shop 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, for the best deals on Tap Out gear. It's the Tap Out Training Center.